Hey YouTube, if you watch the first section, the first video of the work on this 450 SL, so in the first video you saw me trying to turn the motor, but it wouldn't run, it wouldn't crank. And I started to talk about the process of elimination. So you gotta go one thing at a time until you can actually establish what might be the reason that the motor doesn't start. So I was explaining a little bit about the fact that this motor is a 1979 Mercedes. It's not like the new motors that you just, the new cars, the new Mercedeses, you plug in the star diagnosis and it will kind of at least give you a direction what to look for. The older motors, they work a little different. They don't have as many electronic modules that will direct you to where might be the problem. So it's more kind of like going with your mechanical knowledge and eliminating one thing after the other. The man I bought this car from said that the car was running a day before I bought it from him. As a matter of fact, what I do is I provide a Mercedes services, and I came to him to try and crank up the car for him, ending up buying it. That's funny. But anyway, he said that the car was working a day before. Digging deep into the car, I'm starting to kind of doubt what he was telling me about the car, which is still okay. I mean, even if it wasn't working, I don't have any complaints about for him. I mean, this is a part of what I do. I buy the cars, I fix them, put them back on the road. So basically I started to go through the process of elimination, and on the first video I was talking about checking first the battery, making sure that you got the battery. After you got the battery, you got to make sure that you got fuel. After you got fuel, you got to make sure that you got a spark. After you got spark, and of course all of that after all the simple things that you do, checking fuses and stuff like that. But the basic things are: you check the battery, then you make sure that you got fuel, you make sure that you got spark, and if still something's not happening, you may not have enough spark, and then it might be a coil, you may have a loss of compression, or it might be many things that combine together, and that's where I'm getting to this car here. What I've done is I took the valve covers off, and it's actually really easy. If anybody is at the same position right now that is looking at the video and trying to get a clue of what to do, this is like as much complicated as it looks, and when you look at it you're like, oh my god, what is all of that stuff? I like to work on the older cars much more than I like on the newers, because on the older cars it's so simple. The whole technology, everything was very easy. If you have a 13mm wrench and a 15mm wrench or a 14mm wrench, you can almost open the whole motor apart. So what I've done so far, I eliminated the possibility of a battery, of course, because on video number 1 you saw me trying to crank the motor. I eliminated the process of no fuel. I checked the fuel coming into the fuel distributor. This is the fuel distributor. Just I'll show you. I called it a carburetor on the first video. It's not a carburetor. It's a full fuel distributor. What it does, it's basically getting the fuel from here. Let's see. All right, getting the fuel. You know what? Let me pause it for a second and put some more light. Hold on. All right. So I want to show you. This is the cap that sits inside the motor spacing into the block. Actually, hold on one second, let's look at that. It's like that, and look at that. God almighty, that's so nasty and dirty. It's full of I don't know, sand or something. It looks like maybe just got too much water around or something like that. Anyway, that's sitting right there in the injector spacing right there, fits inside, and then the injector comes and sits, and look at that injector. Oh my god. See, that's what pisses me off about people. You got a Mercedes, take care of the damn car. They keep the value if they take care of them. If you treat them like shit, then they're gonna make you pay for it. But that's the injector. Now I didn't clean this one. I started to clean them, but what I decided to do after opening everything and starting to look inside, I'm not even going to try and crank the car yet, because I definitely don't want all that gunk and build up inside the motor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause my work as far as trying to crank it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take everything apart and start and clean it first. So of course I'm going to take the injectors first, then I'm going to clean all the injector housing and everything. I'm going to take all the spark plugs out, then I'm going to run a compression test, see if I have problem. A lot of time, if you get a lot of stuff like that into the motor, it can create some problems. You know, all you need to lose compression on a cylinder is just a little bit debris, and when it sits there and the piston goes up and down and up and down, it can scratch the piston housing, the cylinder, and create a problem, a loss of compression. So before I even try to crank the motor again, I'm going to take the fuel distributor, the intake manifold, possibly the heads too. Timing chain looks pretty good. It's really good and tight, sits real nice. The timing chain adjuster. And if you've been watching my previous videos, I was working on a V12 in one of them, and it's a very similar motor. A lot of the things stay the same with Mercedes. They didn't change a whole lot. It just, you know, the advanced technology and everything, they started to add all the electronics and everything to control the idling of the motor. But beside that, the principle is almost the same. They got the V motor, the timing chain, the tensioners are in the same place. Maybe they change a little bit on the adjuster, camshaft adjusters, this one right here. But a lot of the things are exactly the same. Of course, the old motors, you got the spark distributor, not like today that's got the electronic distributor. Here it's got, of course, a coil, a cable plug, a plug cable goes from the distributor straight to every plug. On the V12 they have one coil pack. Basically it's electronic coil pack that goes to every set of 6 cylinders. But back to this motor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take sparks out. I'm going to take, I took the injectors out already. Possibly I might take the heads out. We'll see how that goes after I do the compression test. I'm going to run a compression test. I'm going to get the new set of plugs. I'm going to get the new coil. And then if the compression is good on the motor, then I'm going to try and crank the motor. If the compression is not good, then I'm going to move forward to taking the heads out and checking if I have blown head gaskets and looking, inspecting the cylinders closer and looking if I have any problem with the cylinders themselves or the pistons or the rings. So next step is taking the sparks out, inspecting all the spark, getting a new set of 8 spark plugs. Luckily here it's only 1 spark plug per cylinder, not like the new ones that got 2 cylinders, 2 sparks for every cylinder. I'm going to do the spark plugs compression test and we'll take it from there. So in the next video, you're probably going to see me in the next step where I'm checking the compression. So stay tuned, follow the next video, see what happens. And if you watch it in present time while I'm working on that, so it's kind of interesting how it's going to develop. If I already done that and you're somewhere in the future watching me right now, so first I hope people didn't blow up the planet, and if you did, then you probably can watch this video. But if you didn't, then I'm curious to know who ended up with this car. So if you like my videos, give me the thumbs up. If you don't like my videos, don't waste your time. Go and watch different videos. Don't waste 15 minutes of your time every time to watch that. And we'll see you again in the next video. Thank you.